Oh yeah. Reckon it depends on how I feel as to whether I put a little curve in it or not. And let's see, about 3 feet of rough collar, fringe, whatever you want to call it. Let's see where this hits at. Oh, gonna miss the air conditioning. Good. Need a chipping area, which obviously you can chip all the way around in the rough. But I think I want one back here. Maybe right here. If I put it over here, the tree limbs kind of get in the way and really don't give me a good angle. Tell you, we can really make it snazzy right here and kind of bleed this in. Have a little box and kind of bleed it back into that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. I can do the same thing down here. Continue this out to about right there. Over. Obviously I'm eyeballing this. I will for sure measure it out when the time comes. This will be a little bit uphill and then coming back the other way, but be a little bit downhill. Pretty cool. What do you think? Then my actual yard would stop right about here. I just round that off right there and make that for easy mowings of all this grass. Gone out of here. So in case you're wondering what this might be, you know, back in June, July, I started back playing golf, and it has bit me harder than it's ever bit me before. So I have a golf mindset now for my free time. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I took a class yesterday on how to install a synthetic turf, particularly in this case be a synthetic putting green. And I've got 4 reasons that I might pursue this. I'm also going to give you a reason why I'm not going to pursue a real putting green, actual grass. One is this is an incredible amount of shade over here. The fescue don't hardly do good at all. I mean, it looks okay, but when it gets hot and leaves get on the tree, this thins out a little bit over here, especially down there in that little whoop-de-doo circle down there. It really gets thin. And you know my philosophy, if grass isn't going to grow, if photosynthesis isn't going to take place, sunlight, temperature isn't going to take place to support a healthy, thick stand of turf like I've got it right out there, my philosophy is to do away with the turf. I don't fight grass for years and years and years trying to get it to grow in a spot that it won't grow. I'm just not like that. I'm not wired like that. I'm not going to spend my time and effort and money and energy into a spot that grass just won't grow when I can do something else with it and it be permanent and I not have to mess with it. I try and teach that to my customers, and I practice what I preach here. If you remember, I used to have a little strip of grass between the crepe myrtles and the wall, and then on the outside of the crepe myrtles that attached the front yard and the backyard, and it just didn't work. So I got rid of it and turned it into pine needles into a natural area. My edge all the way around the perimeter of the yard, where these cryptomeria just keep getting bigger, they keep hanging out over into the grass. I'm for sure not going to do anything with the cryptomeria. There's no way I'm going to cut those down. I compensate for that by, bringing the grass edge out a little bit so that it gets more sunlight so it can grow and be thick. So with all that said, this is really the only spot at my yard that I would even consider doing a synthetic putting green. With all that said, the maintenance behind growing a putting green and a real live turf putting green is kind of intense. Obviously, Bermuda's not going to work here, and I don't want Bermuda in my yard regardless. I don't care if it did work, it wouldn't go here. Bent grass putting green is out of the question because I don't want bent grass all throughout my fescue. Bent grass is out of the question because of the environmental conditions. I'm not going to set up big fans to keep air circulating over here. You see those on golf greens that are tucked back up in a corner. They got that big fan setting and blowing air on the green, but that's to keep air circulating for disease reasons. I'm just not going to fight real turf grass right here. Now, when we get us a new piece of land and we get moved out there and get settled in, I'll give you my word, I will have a full regulation size putting green, either Bermuda or bent, I don't know yet, if I'm alive and if I'm breathing and if I'm physically able to do it. When we get out there, that's where I will do the real live turf putting green, and more than likely it'll be like close to USGA spec, a sand base, root zone mix, whatever, putting green, so that it will be as nice as it can possibly be. But I'm just not going to do that here because I don't know how soon it'll be before we sell the house. And that probably brings up the question, well, why would you do this if you're going to sell the house? Well, I've got about 4 reasons why I need to do this here, even if in the near future we may sell the house. Number 1 is I am considering offering this service in my local lawn care company, meaning we would have customers approach us, or we would advertise or whatever, and we would physically go to Jack and Jill's house and install a putting green for them, or a synthetic backyard, or whatever it may be, and they would pay us money to do that. So I can't go do that my first rodeo. Meaning, if I advertise and said, yeah, I'm installing putting greens, I know how to do them, I could not take somebody's money and then go install my very first actual synthetic putting green at their property. I can't do that. I won't be able to sleep at night. So this is my learning platform. This is my canvas right here to where I'm going to learn how to install one. So that would be reason number 1. Reason number 2 is, we may be here another year. I have no idea when we're going to find more land and when we're going to sell and move and build and all that. I just don't know. It might be 6 months from now, it may be 2 more years. I just don't know. This will give us a ton of family time if we're here for any length of time. Me and Jax, me and Eli, me and my wife and my daughter, we get to come out here and play. Well, I mean, we do that already in the foyer. Have a little putting contest at night, and we have a blast doing it. So out here, it would just be a magnified version of what we're doing in the foyer. And of course, this depends on the buyer when we get ready to sell the house. But surely to goodness, this should add value to my home when we go to sell it. Especially if there's a golfer that's interested in buying the house. He's going to see this over here and he's going to freak out and he's going to go crazy and tell his wife, we got to have that house because I love that putting green that's outside. So I really do think it's going to add value to the house, and it will kind of get rid of what I call an eyesore. This is a real naked area over here. I mean, the highlight is the hot water heater and the air conditioning units. You know what I'm saying? There's not much going on over here. So by adding a synthetic putting green, I think it'll really make this area just look better overall. And the fourth reason, and probably the least important reason of the four, is so I can make some videos on it and show you the installation process, what all goes into it, the materials to use, you know, show you what it looks like after the fact, come out here, do a video chipping and putting, all kind of content that can, you know, go along with this. And of course, like I said, that's the least important. It's just, I just happen to have a YouTube channel and make YouTube videos, so you pretty much get to see a lot of the things that go on in the yard. Yes, I've spoken with my wife and she likes the idea. So just making a video, just kind of show you a rough sketch of what it can potentially look like. Like I said, the green, you can get this material in 15-foot wide sections and up to 100-foot long. So this is a 15 wide by 40-foot long, which that's mint. That's a pretty good size putting green. I mean, hopefully when I'm playing, I never have a putt longer than 40 feet. You know what I'm saying? But of course you do from time to time. The collar or the rough or the fringe would be roughly 3 foot wide all the way around it, just to kind of, you know, that's a different texture of grass. It's not real short cut like the putting surface. You know, it's about 1 inch tall. That would give you a little bit of chipping area from anywhere around the green. And then you can see this kind of box I've got built right here. This would be like a platform that would be the same material as the collar or the fringe, and it would also be like a chipping area where you just stand right here and you could hit chip shots, you know, to the hole at the end of the run or whatever. And then I've got this mirrored all the way down there. So, you know, you could go up there and chip back down this way. Now this makes me think about something. You know, I've got a pretty good angle over the house right here to hit this green, or at least hit this corner of the green right here. And then I could go almost to the road behind the camera, go back that way and have a little bit longer of a pitch shot. So, you know, you never know. That might could be a possibility too. If the crepe myrtles wasn't in the way, which I'm not going to get rid of them, you could really go back far, and you know, you could get up to a 40, 50 yard pitch shot. But we're going to save that for the new farm, the new land, whenever we get around to that, because it's going to have a full scale driving range with targets set up everywhere, and you know, putting green and all that kind of thing. But I was going to come out here and draw this out, paint all this out, and I just wanted to make a video and show you kind of what I was thinking and get your thoughts on it. If any of you guys have a synthetic putting green and have experience with it, let me know your thoughts on if you like it, if you don't like it, you know, ins and outs, do's and don'ts, that kind of thing. And I'll be sure and read the comments and, you know, check it out. But I think it would be absolutely amazing. I really do think it would be amazing. And now the more I look at this, I may not do this right here. I may just keep it a simple oval shaped green and may not do the two things, because the reason I say that is I've got a mat, I think it's a 5x5 or 6x6 mat, chipping mat in the garage, and all this would be natural area pine needles. So I could easily bring that mat out here and just poof and throw it down wherever I want to and work on my chipping, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about these cutouts right here. I may end up doing that. Matter of fact, I think that's what I am going to do. it'll make the installation a little bit simpler, easier, and more clean and streamlined. But like I said, let me know what you think, and I'll read the comments, and I'll get to work on this here pretty soon. It won't be long. I'll probably go and spray the grass and let it start dying out, killing off, and then I'll have it done within a month maybe, and get it filmed, and I'll show you. Check you later.